Hello, my name is Kaneki, and I'm making this video on behalf of my dog Luna for an emergency surgery that she needs and requires for this bacterial infection called pyometra. We're from Houston, Texas, and I've had Luna for over a decade, so she's going to be 11 years old coming up, but she's still in really good health. 20/20 vision, her hearing is impeccable, her coat is super healthy, no mange, and she's never been sick. And so this is going to be the first time that this type of sickness, and not only a sickness but a life-threatening emergency, has come up for her. We found out that she has pyometra today. We went to the emergency vet clinic where they did an ultrasound and they were able to find it. I've never heard of pyometra, and I was going in with the expectation that she might have had a UTI or even diabetes, but pyometra, and they explained what it was and how it is a life-threatening bacterial infection for female dogs, and she has a closed cervix now, so that infection has nowhere to go, and if it bursts in her, it will go into her abdominal cavity and infect all that, and then it's out of everybody's hands. There's no coming back from that. So it's a life-threatening type of surgery that she needs, and they quoted me $4,000 for it, and I don't have that kind of money. And so I went online and found some vet clinics that are open tomorrow. And I'm going to be giving them a call and letting them know what I have found out in her diagnosis and showing them the paperwork that I got from the emergency vet clinic, and see if they can do it for $2,000. And that's what I'm raising right now. I was able to get her medicine, so I got her amoxicillin for dogs and this other antibiotic that is pretty strong. So right now she's on that and she's upstairs sleeping. Her fever is down, so that's good. But her health has declined within 3 days. That's why I took her to the emergency room. She has never been sick. And so when she peed in the house the first day, it was completely out of character because she's housebroken and has never peed in the house ever. So that's why I was like, that's odd, yeah? And then from there, it just declined so rapidly. I've been up with her every single night, cooling her off. She has a fever and was shivering and whatnot, lost her appetite. Her abdomen got kind of swollen, lethargic like that. She doesn't want to go on her walks anymore, and we're walking a good 1.5 to 2 miles a day for over a decade. So that's why, a complete flip in her character, and it is life-threatening. And so that's why I'm making this GoFundMe account. With Luna, I've had her since she was a puppy. She's a save. I've found her on the side of the road, and it was on the New Year's Eve, going into the New Year's, on a blue moon. And that's why, since her coat is silver and she was kind of shimmering like that, and she was found under a blue moon. Her name is Luna, like the moon. And then Lilu Dallas Multipass from The Fifth Element, because she's completely pretty. Like, she's a Texas fawn, American Pit Bull, Texas fawn. And so she's the kind of pretty where every single time I walk her, she gets 1 to 2 compliments from people passing by. Your dog is really pretty. Yeah, really gorgeous. She's not fixed either, but she's never had litter, and I've never planned on getting her pregnant with other dogs to produce a litter. And I've never also planned on spaying her because I wanted to keep her whole, just because I didn't see any harm in that. I'm a good caretaker for her. I've watched her for 11 years and watched her grow up into this beautiful dog. And when I did find her when she was a puppy, she was completely emaciated on the side of the road. She was, I want to say, maybe 6 to 8 months, but she was nearly dead. And so I raised her back to life on Pedialyte and hand-fed her, and it was like taking care of a newborn baby. Yeah, she couldn't even stand up, so I had to carry her downstairs where she would, let her relieve herself, and it was just kind of scary because I didn't know if she had parvo or anything like that. But I took her to the vet when I finally was able to raise the money for just to get her checked up in that state, and she was healthy, and I was able to resuscitate her back into this beautiful healthy amazing dog. And hopefully later on I'll be able to, in the daytime, get a video of her. But she has been through it all with me here in Houston. We've been through Hurricane Ike. We've been through Hurricane Harvey, which then devastated everything that we had built up on. And then we just went through 2020 here in Houston, so along with the rest of the world. And then we went through that ice storm, which was crazy here. And so we've just been through it all, and we've survived it and came through it. Yeah. And what I can say is, through it all, she's the only one who hasn't complained. She has been completely perfect. She's an angel like that. And if I didn't believe that she had still years on her life, I would release her, yeah, and be like, well, she's an old dog and all that. But she's not old like that. She's young and very healthy. And because of this, surgery is the only thing that's keeping her back from living. And it's a shame, because I know that there's a solution for this, but I just don't have the money for it. Yeah. And I don't have family or anything like that I can call on. And I don't really even have a big social media influence or even a social media type of thing. So I'm doing this GoFundMe thing and sending it out to whatever or whoever and seeing where it will go. And so I hope you can hear what I'm saying. And hopefully, and with the hope that the goal is reached and I will be able to get this surgery done with money in hand within the next 3 days. That is the urgency of the situation. And of course, gratitude, always sincere gratitude in that for whoever hears this and does help in the donating process and reaching that goal and attaining it. Because I understand that how hard it has been for everybody, just life in general, and then how hard it is because of 2020 and this whole COVID thing. And I'm not in unemployment. I have a job. I'm working for the apartment complex where we live. But it's not rich or lavish. Yeah, I'm making enough to make ends meet, and then a little bit on the side for food and to take care of Luna and myself. But I don't need a lot. I don't need anything. I don't even have a working phone. Yeah, the device I have, it needs to be on Wi-Fi, and I don't have a car, but I still manage and get around and stuff. And it is strictly for Luna's benefit that I'm doing this for, and I wouldn't be doing this unless it was an emergency. And so I hope that you can see the genuine and sincereness of it, and that it's not a hoax or anything like that. And especially because I haven't shown you Luna, but she's upstairs sleeping, and I don't want to wake her. She's right now currently with my friend who does have a car and who does have a phone, who is kind enough, generous enough, and I'm completely thankful for, to help me out. He was there with me at the emergency clinic all day today. I'm talking 10 hours I waited with him in the car with Luna to be seen by the emergency vets. And we waited and we got it done. Yeah, but now this is happening, and that's why it's so late, and I probably look very tired, I sound tired. But it is necessary, and I know that it's possible. Things like this can happen nowadays. I've seen it work throughout every single hurricane and ice storm, the community coming together and getting things done for their neighbor. And I also jump into that stream, yeah, and ask my neighbor, how can I help you? How can I offer assistance? What can I do? Yeah. I'm not one to just sit there and be a victim and be like, who can help me? I'm there at the front lines, and I know that I'm not the only person with that kind of spirit. So thank you. I hope you can hear what I'm saying, and we'll see where this goes. Take care. Thank you. Bye.